Hey guys, it's Michelle from Florida Keys Birding, and today we're going to be talking about how to make your own suet cakes. It's something that I have been thinking about giving a try because I have a peanut allergy, and all the suet cakes that I ever buy always have some kind of nuts in them or peanut butter or something like that. So I did look up some recipes and I did come up with some alternatives for people who have peanut allergies, and then I did put some recipes for people who don't, who want to make it the regular way. But let's talk about suet anyway. Let's talk a little bit about what kind of birds like suet and why you'd want to make your own and all that. So what kind of birds like suet? So you're gonna have nuthatches, woodpeckers, titmice, chickadees, cardinals, and most insect-eating birds. Other birds like starlings, wrens, creepers, kinglets, I think I said cardinals, right? Some warblers occasionally as well. That's what's most appealing to me about putting suet at my feeder is attracting warblers, because everybody knows that warblers are my favorite. I really love warblers. I love all the different kinds and colors that they come in, all the different little personalities that they have. They're just such cool little birds. So I look forward to them every fall and spring during migration. They're like my most favoriteest bird. So I love the warblers and the woodpeckers too. I really like to see the different kinds of woodpeckers coming to the backyard, so that's kind of cool. In the Keys we don't have chickadees. I don't know, they say we have wrens. I've never seen one. Kinglets, I don't think we have those either. Cardinals, yes, I get those with regular feed and stuff like that. So if you live in South Florida, it's fun because you might get some different birds. But if you're living up north, you might want to think about trying suet because, these birds are cold and it's snowing, and, it helps to give them high energy and give them back restore those fat stores that they won't be getting because there's not a lot of bugs, because all the bugs probably die, with all the snow and no vegetation and the trees losing their leaves and stuff like that. We don't have that problem, but yeah, so I mean, it's a good thing this time of year. So whether you're here or up there. So, why make your own versus buying it on, Amazon or getting some at the store? A couple reasons. It might be a fun project you want to do with your kids. You might want to make some suet and then, have them in the feeder and your kids can watch the birds come. That's always kind of like a fun thing if you have younger kids, and, even some teens, that don't think they're too cool might want to do it. It just depends. And then another reason why is you can choose what goes in it. So if you're like me and you have an allergy to one of the ingredients, like nuts, for example, like me, you can choose what goes in it. And then another thing is that you can choose, if you want to put other things in there, like raisins, to attract some fruit eating birds, or if you aren't allergic to nuts, you could choose what kind that you want to go in there, or, you can, what kind of seed do you want, depending on what kind of bird you want to attract. So that's another reason why you might want to make your own. Another reason is, like I said, maybe you want some nut-free suet cakes. Maybe your kids have allergies. Maybe you have an allergy. They can be pretty serious. So, it's a big deal. I did order some offline the other day, and the main ingredient in them was peanuts, so I was kind of terrified. I put gloves on and I did end up getting it into the feeder outside, but I was really terrified to do it, so I kind of don't want to do it again. So I really want to make my own. So another reason is to save money. You can make your own, so you can save money. You don't have to pay whatever it would cost to buy some. You could just do it yourself and make your own. You might just enjoy doing it like that anyway. And then, like I said, you can decide what ingredients to use based on the type of bird that you want to attract. So the first suet cake recipe, if you don't have any kind of nut allergy, you're going to use 2 parts melted butter. You can use butter or lard, some kind of fat like that, and 2 parts cornmeal and 1 part natural peanut butter. So that's the first recipe that you can give it a try to make suet cakes. This is a regular, the peanut butter kind. And then the second recipe is a little bit different. You can use 1 pound melted, butter, fat, lard, whatever you want to use. And then you can use 1 cup of millet, and then with cornmeal, and then you can use 1 cup of sunflower seed and 1 cup of raisins. So that one might be cool. Like I said, like attracting some fruit eating birds and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty cool. So how to do it, you're going to melt the fat or lard or whatever it is you're using, and the nut butter in a saucepan until it's completely liquid. You're going to remove it from heat and let it sit for several minutes. You're going to stir in the remaining ingredients and cook for a few minutes, and then you're going to pour it into containers, and refrigerate until they're hard enough to hold their shape, or you can roll them into balls. You can do something like that. You can put little square Tupperwares, or something. Whatever you want to use, you can use it for that. So let's do the nut-free option. This is exciting for me. So the first thing that you can do is you can take these other recipes that contain the peanut butter, and then you can substitute that with it's called sun butter. So it's sunflower seed butter. It's like peanut butter but with sunflower seed. I use it as a substitute for peanut butter. For me, it's actually really, really good, just like for yourself, not like the birds care, but I'm just saying in general. So you could use that and substitute it out for any suet recipe that you find online that contains peanut butter. You can use that, and you can sub out the peanuts for sunflower seeds. So you can try that. And then there's another option that you can do a nut-free suet cake with. You can do it with lard, suet vegetable shortening. You can put bird seed. Make sure you check the bird seed for if it has any, nuts in it, or, most of them are processed in a facility of nuts. But I've been okay. I've never had a reaction from bird seed unless it literally has nuts in it. You just have to, use precaution. You don't want to breathe in the particles whenever you take it out of the container. I have a big box that I keep in. It's like a big outdoor storage bin that has like a top, it's made to be outside. And all this dust kind of comes up, and I just kind of walk away so I don't breathe it in. So you keep that in mind. So yeah, as long as you don't order one specifically with nuts in it. And then sunflower seeds, you can use that. You could use grated cheese, raisins, or leftovers like oats, bread, or cake crumbs. So you can try these different things to put in it, and then the way you're gonna want to mix it is, so first you're gonna melt the fat to soften it until it's a little bit cold and hard. So you're gonna want it to bind together. So you'll need to mix 1 part fat with 2 parts of the dry mixture. So whatever that mixture is that you're gonna put, whether it's like raisins or oats or seeds or a little bit of everything, whatever, you're gonna want to do 2 parts of the dry mixture and 1 part of whatever fat that you're using. So that means for every cup of fat you'll need 2 cups of everything else. So if that makes sense, it's kind of like when you make hummingbird mix, hummingbird sugar water. So you can include things like oats, bread, grated cheese, raisins, birdseed. We kind of talked about that. You're going to combine all the ingredients together in a bowl and mix them together with your hands. Mixing and combining this, it's just really fun for kids, and they love to like touch it and put their hands in there. Kids like to do stuff like that and get dirty and get stuff all over their hands. The first thing my kids do when they go to the beach is bury themselves in sand completely. So it's just like, they love stuff like that. And so you're going to put the dry ingredients in with the wet ones, and then you're going to kind of want it to bind together, until you can kind of roll roll them into balls. So you can get like a suet cage or something like that. You can kind of see what that suet cage looks like in the first one here. You've got these suet cages, and then they have the ones where you can put the little balls in. So they have different kinds. So that's that. Very easy and straightforward to make these yourself. Something you can do for birds in the winter. And if you're in a cold place, and if you're not in a cold place, it's still fun because you get different kind of birds than you would normally get. Hoping that it attracts warblers. I put some suet cakes out this past week, and so far the only thing that it's attracted is a palm warbler, which is fine. And then I've got some mockingbirds and some catbirds that have been coming to the yard. But instead of them, oh my lord, instead of them eating the suet, they've been eating little bugs out of the bird seed because little mealy bugs get in the bird seed box. So they've been doing that. They've been going to town on that. And then the palm warbler tried to drink out of my hummingbird feeder. So I'm like, when are they going to eat the suet cakes? So anyway, if you guys want to join me on my other social media, of course, my YouTube channel here, Florida Keys Birding. I've got my Instagram, Florida Keys Birding, Twitter, Florida Keys Birding. You know, it's a trend here. Or you can join our Facebook group, Florida Keys Birding, Reptiles, Wildlife, and Plants, for updates on migration and local keys info on birding. I do try to post there daily, and in migration time I post a detailed report at what I find every day, and what days are going to be good to go birding. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you guys have a great week. Thanks. Bye.